Everybody, good morning. Hello. Maybe you're looking at this later in the day, so good afternoon. Welcome to Distance Learning. We're going to give this a go today. Everybody should be looking at all their Google Classrooms, checking in all their assignments. They are due today. It'll be the way we're taking attendance going forward. So, today in Global Studies, we're doing Southwest Asia and North Africa Physical Human Geography, an introduction. So just getting used to a new place, starting to learn about its physical features and other pieces of geography. This is just an assignment to get us going and just read through an article and take some notes on it. So here's what it's going to be. You're going to find it in your Google Classroom. Under classwork, it's going to be 4.1. So once you find that work, you're going to have to click the article, read through the directions here, right? Your task, read the article. It's found here. You're going to read along or listen to Quincy read it here. That link is going to be alive, and it's going to be the video you're watching right now. Then you're going to list 10 terms from the article in the T-chart. Scroll down to the next page to see it. Okay, you're going to have 5 physical geography terms. Remember, that's the natural world, natural processes, land, water. I've got mountain there as an example. And then human geography, which is the human-created world. City is my example there. This is also how humans affect the world and how the world affects humans. So you're going to list terms on both sides, and then you're going to answer these questions at the bottom. Okay, so let's open up the article. Open up a new link. Now what you might want to do is have both these tabs open, reading the article, and taking some notes along the way. Remember, 5 on each side. All right. The Middle East, geography and physical features. The Middle East is a vast region in Southwest Asia with a total area of nearly 3,500,000 square miles. It is close to the same size as all of the United States. Saudi Arabia is the largest of the core countries at the Middle East in area. Bahrain, an island nation in the Persian Gulf, is the smallest of the Middle Eastern nations. Mr. Quincy taught in Bahrain for a year. So, as you can see, we got the map. You can zoom in. Got Bahrain there. Little island, tiny little island there. Saudi Arabia, large country here. But this is the region we're looking at, Southwestern Asia. Keep on rolling. Mountains, plateaus, deserts. So, right away, grab one of them. You got mountain, put desert in there, keep on adding to your list. In the north, the region is almost completely surrounded by mountain ranges. Lesser chains of hills and mountains extend along the coastal areas of the eastern Mediterranean. The Arabian Peninsula, which makes up more than 1/4 of the region's area, is bounded by mountainous heights in the west and south. Most of the region's interior is flat and contains some of the world's most forbidding deserts, among them the Libyan, or western, the Arabian, or eastern, and the aptly named Rub al-Khali, or empty quarter of Saudi Arabia. So, you could put all that in your notes, right? You're talking about deserts, talking about the Libyan desert, the Arabian desert. And you could even write that it's dangerous on the human geography side, right? Fertile river valleys. The region's 2 major river systems are the Nile and the Tigris, and Euphrates. The Nile, the world's longest river, is the lifeblood of Egypt, most of which is otherwise desert. The Tigris and Euphrates River in Turkey flow through Syria and join in Iraq. They are forming the region known as Mesopotamia, meaning land between the rivers, and that's in the map here on the side. These river valleys contain much of the region's limited fertile land and most of the densely populated areas, and it was here that the first known major civilizations arose thousands of years ago. So, think about those civilizations. Let's put it in our notes. Climate. A hot, dry land. Hot, dry weather is common to the Middle East for much of the year, except in the highest mountains where snow is frequent. The rainy season in most places lasts from about October to April. In the southern part of the Arabian Peninsula, rain comes mainly between May and September, but there is only light brief rainfall in most of the region. In some areas, it never rains at all. In the deserts, which are baked by the blazing sun, the daytime temperature often rises to more than 125 degrees. Yet at night, the deserts are cool or even cold. Life in the Middle East itself Life itself in the Middle East has long been dependent on the amount of and location of water. Rainy weather is often unable to penetrate into the interior of the region because they are blocked by the surrounding mountains. The best watered areas are usually the strips of land lying between the mountains and the sea, but in the Middle East, it generally suffers from a severe shortage of water due to limited rainfall. Water and history. Long ago, the availability of water determined where people could live in the Middle East and how they would earn their livelihood. The amount of available water limited the farmer's choice of crops. It compelled the nomads who traveled from place to place seeking grazing land for their herds to rely on goats, sheep, and camels, since cattle could not easily survive in the harsh, dry environment. The location of sources of water also determined the routes of travel and trade. So, you can put them in here, travel, trade, back in there, in the physical regions, right? We're talking about rivers. Now, farms. Which one's it going to be? Farms, physical or human? Yes, it's in nature. It's on the land, but it's going to be human geography too. Use images too to help you. Deserts, mountains, rivers. Just check out the images if you need. From earliest times, the power of Middle Eastern empires depended on steady supplies of water. Water is real important here. It is no accident that the valleys of the Nile and the Tigris and Euphrates River were, and remain, main centers of life in the region. Some of the oldest irrigation systems in the world were developed in the Middle East. Many are still in use, along with newer irrigation systems. Check out the vocab, irrigation systems, a way for people to get water to crops in a farm. Dams and distilling water. Seawater. Modern methods of providing regular supplies of water in the region include Aswan High Dam, which irrigates large areas of Egypt and provides hydroelectric power as well. In Israel, a pipeline system has been built to divert water from the Jordan River to the desert areas of Negev. Turkey, in 1990, completed the Great Ataturk Dam to harness the waters of the Euphrates River. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and other countries of the Arabian Peninsula are converting seawater into drinking water by different distilling processes. The success of programs to raise the standard of living throughout the Middle East will depend on how well future water projects are. They take the salt out, and so then they're able to drink the water. But what do they do with the salt? They have to do something with it, and that's often a problem. Major cities. Early Middle Eastern civilizations developed great cities, and cities continue to play an important role in life in the region. Human geography. The largest city of the Middle East is Cairo, the capital of Egypt, founded by Arab conquerors in the AD 900s. It has a population of about 6 million in the city proper and some 14 million in the metropolitan main city area. The older Egyptian port of Alexandria, rebuilt by Alexander the Great in the 300s BC, was famous for its great library, the largest in the ancient world. Istanbul, the major city of Turkey, is one of the world's most historic sites. Istanbul is both in Europe and Asia. It used to be called Constantinople, and it was once the capital of the Roman and Byzantine empires. Istanbul. Last page here. All about these big cities. Baghdad, capital of Iraq, lies on the Euphrates River. Founded in the AD 700s, it was the seat of the Abbasid dynasty of Muslim rulers, where most renowned figure was Harun al-Rashid, famed in the West as the Caliph in the Arabian Nights. Damascus, Syria's capital, is one of the world's oldest cities, dating back to at least 732 BC. It was the site of St. Paul's conversion to Christianity, and from AD 66 to 750 served as the capital of the Muslim Umayyad dynasty. The importance of Jerusalem, Israel's capital, is far greater than its size, containing, as it does, places holy to Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Tehran, capital of Iran, is a relatively new city by Middle Eastern standards, first gaining prominence in the 1500s. So, read through the article a few times, keep on pulling words out of it, look at the images, sort those words out in your 2 columns. Then, go ahead and complete these 2 questions. Make sure, when you're done, you click Turn It In. That's going to be up here in the top right corner for you. And then check out the View Your Work part of the Google Classroom. It's at the top, and you should be used to checking it because it'll show you what all your assignments are. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Turn these assignments in. It'll be the way we're taking attendance. Good to see everybody.